Okay, I want to do this video, a very urgent video, because I don't want to. I realized my last video about HDB market is messed up. A lot of people start to comment, and actually I expected it because some direct buyers that is having some unhappiness in their experience, or they already have an unhappy experience, will tend to fight back and give some comments here and there. But some of these comments are twisting what I say in my video. Okay, so I need to put this video up because most of the things I didn't say, but they say that not most of them I didn't say, as in like they commented something, but it was totally irrelevant to what I have said. Okay, so I shall address to this first, and then after I address to these comments, I'm going to give direct buyer a master class. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all what are some of the problems that y'all keep doing wrongly. Then if you think that you have the ability to do all these things correctly, please do it yourself. I ever deal with a lot of direct buyers that end up, right, they became my customer also. They look for me to do selling, and they look for me to buy another property. Why? It's very simple, because these direct buyers that come to me, they are ready buyers. They are people that know what they are doing, and they are very clear and concise in the things that they are doing. And I can tell you that it's to the extent that they are doing things as well as a good property agent. You know, they understand what to do, they know the first step, they do their second step. And some of these buyers, they may not be so good at the start, means they don't know how to do this, do that. But when we tell them that, hey, you need to do this first, you need to do that first before you can come and view my unit, they listen and they do. You know, the thing about direct buyers is a lot of them, right, it's not that they don't know, then we don't want to sell to them, or seller don't want to sell to them. It's not. It's smart Alex. They think they know a lot, but they never do the correct thing. When you never do the correct thing, the seller don't have the confidence to sell to you. Then when I propose your offer to the seller like, I better not. This buyer like never do their loan, never do this, never do that. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to open the comment section. Then I'm going to tell you why are they twisting my words. Okay, so this first comment, it sounds like a property version of carousel seller complaining about low-baller buyer. The thing is, nobody is complaining about low-balling buyer. People are complaining that you come and view this unit. We already tell you this unit has estimated 10 to 20,000 COV, yet you come and after a lot of conversation, after you make an offer, you didn't even do your financial calculation, you didn't even do your loan check. So it's okay to lowball, you know, you lowball, the most we don't sell you, it's okay. It's not when you make an offer and then when we try to qualify you, talk to you more to understand, and we realize that you do your loan calculation wrongly, you calculate your down payment wrongly, you don't understand how the COV factor is being incurred, or you don't know that you never even do your intent to buy. So after you do your intent to buy, the intent to buy say you're not eligible because you haven't have three years PR, or you, for whatever reason, you cannot buy. Okay, then you say you take HDB loan, but you never do your HDB loan. You say you want to see a house and like first and do HDB loan, but the intent to buy already told you have to do HDB loan first. This is the instruction given to you by HDB. Okay, then he says about multiple OTP idea. Okay, this one we wouldn't say that this one originated from agent or originated from buyer lah, because this one anybody also can do it ma. If you are a buyer, direct buyer, you can do it. If today your agent tell you to do it, then this is you, between you and your agent lah, you know. The thing about putting 1,000 wasn't the main topic of the whole video, so please do not put it like I'm telling people that you shouldn't do 1,000. I'm saying that when you want to buy a unit, be sincere. You know, you offer one unit, you understand. I'm saying that you don't need to waste a few $1,000s to option a few units to no valuation. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go and pay $1,000 to many units. It's totally two different things, okay? So don't twist my words. Okay, Then this guy says that seller agent should help the buyer agent and tell him how much the COV. Guys, you have to understand, if today, me as a seller agent, tell the buyer that my estimated COV is 10,000, but end up the estimated COV is 30,000, is the buyer going to sue me? I don't serve the buyer leh. Why do I want to put myself in this liable position? I don't need to go and serve a buyer and give the buyer advice because I serve the seller. The government let the buyer do the valuation and not the seller do the valuation. It's very clear that the government is asking the buyer to take responsibility of the valuation because the valuation has nothing to do with the seller. Whether is there a valuation, whether there is there a COV above the valuation, it doesn't make any difference to the seller. It doesn't mean that you today pay COV in cash means that this cash portion that the seller is taking from you is definitely cash proceeds, you know. You all don't know, right? You see, I'm trying to put a lot of explanation here in this video is because I want you all to understand that I'm throwing in facts to let you understand what am I trying to say, because you may not understand because you don't have the facts, you don't have the knowledge to it. So the valuation is actually the problem of the buyer. It's the buyer responsibility. That's why the buyer is asked to do the valuation and not the seller. That's why the government twitch it. Because the valuation will affect how much loan and how much cash portion that the buyer is going to pay. But it doesn't affect how much cash and CPF the seller is going to take back. Okay, if you don't understand this, please rewind, slow down what I just said and try to understand this. Okay? And in this guy's comment called Polo or whatever, I didn't say that COV is not good. I never say that the problem is because there's a COV portion. So maybe you think that COV is not good and you're having problem buying in the market because of COV. That's why you have your personal assumption in your comments, which I didn't say in my video. I say in my video that buyer have to know their COV. They have to estimate the COV and the valuation. Why offer for a house and you make an offer of $1,000, as you put in $1,000 option, then you go and do value, then end up you have to lose your $1,000 because you didn't estimate the COV, and then after the COV come out, you realize you cannot afford the house. Why waste your $1,000? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And if today you don't have a budget for COV of maybe 10,000, you don't have a budget for COV, then you should be looking for units that doesn't have COV. So when you go and search your property, you must have the knowledge to see which unit got COV, which unit don't have. If you don't have, then you anyhow go view, offer, isn't it wrong? Because end up you will buy a unit, you will waste your option money, you will lose your option money. Okay, so now I'm going to start the masterclass. Actually, I started this masterclass while replying the message already. Firstly, for direct buyers, I'm not saying that you are wrong or what. No, I'm saying that you have to do your stuff. You have to know your stuff, you have to do your work. You have to do the things that is necessary before you start buying. Even agents do that. Even I myself go and buy a house, I also do that. I do that before I buy. I don't even anyhow go and buy. First of all, main thing, do your intent to buy first. Because in your intent to buy, there's a checklist. Please read every clause in the checklist. If you need to take a HLE loan, you need to apply in your intent to buy. Take your HLE loan. If you don't have these two things, please do not start viewing houses. If you're not taking HDB loan, please go and do your bank loan. Okay? Go and do your bank loan calculation. Go and talk to a banker. Whatever you can, you must make sure you do your loan check. Because if you yourself don't even know how much you can loan up to, that's a big problem. Because without knowing your loan, you won't be able to do your financial calculation. So, the second thing is, please do your financial calculation correctly. I can tell you this masterclass is as good as me teaching my new agents how to help their buyers. Because these are basic things that they have to help their buyers. And basic things that you have to help yourself. You as a buyer have to do it. So I already finished the first part, okay? Loan, financial calculation, everything. So in financial calculation, you have to know that if you are PR, there's a 5% stamp duty. COV is not calculated inside the loan amount, inside the down payment. COV is above the 5% down payment in cash. So it's an extra portion. Then, do you know the step by step? Do you know what to do first? What to do next? You know? Do you know what is the legal complication in the OTP? In the option to purchase? If you don't know, go and read first if you want to represent yourself. Then, when you are ready, go into the market. After you do the financial calculation, you know what is your budget for COV. You know whether is it a 10,000 COV, 20,000 COV, 30,000 COV or more. You know how much down payment you can afford. How much down payment you can afford with the loan amount, you will know what is the property price you are looking at. Correct or not, direct buyers? Or agents. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of agents also watching this lah. So you know how much budget you can. You go to, let's say you want to buy Ang Mo Kio. You go to Ang Mo Kio 3 room and find which houses match your budget. Okay? Which houses match your budget. Then you go and look at the valuation. If you don't know you don't know how to estimate the valuation in COV, ask the seller agent. Okay? Again, like I told you, the seller agent can only give you an indicative. They will never help you directly, and every unit is different. And not every seller agent have the ability to tell you. And also, this is not their job. So, if they can tell you and they can help you, I think it's a plus point. You know, but you cannot expect everybody to tell you what is the COV, what is the value. Because as a seller agent, I also never do the value what. How I know? We are all based on our knowledge and our estimation. So if today you don't have a portion for COV, and then you also don't know, then you want to use your guess here and there, okay? Then you have to take the risk lah. This is your risk. Okay, so I'm going to answer this question. Aaron, can you please tell me, how are you able to determine COV and valuation? Why you can give such a accurate estimation? Let me share with you. Firstly, we transact units around Singapore almost every day, every week. Okay, my team, myself, my division, everybody transact. When they transact, they will know what is the value. So this is by experience. This is by our track records that we have transacted. And this is also by some of our system that we have paid a few thousand yearly just to share data and information. So all this information is firstly by platforms that we have paid. Secondly, by our experience. Thirdly, by our sharing of information between agents that have transacted in the area. These three things is something that you cannot get as a direct buyer, to be very frank with you. So as a direct buyer, you are taking the risk. So you have your financial calculation calculated. Don't make an offer unless you are very confident that you are ready to pay this plus amount. And maybe what you can do, you can also do an estimation. You do an estimation, you put your estimation up to the seller agent first. Ask the seller agent if your estimation is correct. Because if you say that, hey, I will want to offer for this unit, you know, but I am looking at only about 10,000 COV. You must make sure that you know what you're talking about first. You can calculate first. So we go to the part 1 where I say you calculate your loan, you calculate your down payment, you calculate your COV, you know your financial calculation very well first. Then you go and tell the seller agent, this is my estimation, 10k COV value will be around this. Do you think I can afford? Then people will tell you, people will start to share with you, shouldn't be a problem, you can take the risk. It's going to be like 50-50 or 80-30, 80-20, all these things. If you don't have the knowledge, how is people going to tell you? People cannot spoon feed you from the start, sit down with you, do the financial calculation, then must all they become your agent, they don't sell the house. This is what I'm trying to say. It's not that seller agent cannot help you. Seller agent can help you in the small nitty-gritty things. They cannot be sitting down and doing the financial calculation with you and teaching you the whole buying process. If you don't know all these parts that I'm sharing in this masterclass, then you better go and engage an agent lah. Or after you watch the masterclass, then you think that you can do it already, then bagus, very good. Then you can go out and go and buy directly. It's okay, you know. And also, I also want to put up in the last video, just a last misunderstanding is that I didn't say that the majority of the market is made up of direct buyers, guys. I'm saying that the majority of the people calling is direct buyers. But the majority of ready buyers that are really buying, closing deals, transacting are buyers with agent. Why? It's very simple. Because these buyers with agent, they already done their calculation. They already done their step 1 to step 5 that I shared with you just now. They are ready to buy. But direct buyers, they are not ready to buy. Sometimes they are just there to see how a 4-room flat look like, just there to see how a 5-room flat look like. They are not ready to buy. So the majority closing still make up of buyers with agents. Okay? So this is just for HDB lah. Okay, we are not going to touch on private because there's no such problem in private market. Okay, but I can tell you the truth is that the HDB market is a more difficult market because it requires more knowledge, more procedure, more timeline. There's this timeline, deadline, do what, must do what, step by step. Everything got to done step by step. And there's a lot of steps. And this is for HDB. So last time people tell me their friend tell them that they specialize in private, don't do HDB. I always tell them that no, it's not. It's just that they don't know how to do HDB. Because today a lot of agents don't know how to do HDB because HDB market is not easy. Okay, but I come from the HDB market. I started learning the ropes and the rules and the small things in the HDB market. I can tell you even today in our HDB chat group for agents, everyday agents are asking questions. Agents are asking what to do, how to do, because HDB market is so difficult. But private market, you don't see people asking all these questions. Okay, so if today you think that you are a very powerful direct buyer and you're ready to buy and you understand my step 1 and step 5, please go and represent yourself. I'm not saying that you cannot. I'm doing the last video to help you understand what is happening in the market. Okay, so for this video, I think I'll close the comment section lah, because no point you all start to twist my words again. Okay, so please do not twist my content. I'm putting things very directly already. If you don't know the facts, I will explain to you and verify for you. Bye bye.